Yes, guys, the current situation in the country, it's a bit very serious. So after the jokes, tunaingia kwa seriousness. So Joyce has the first story.
Yes, as we all know, it's corona this, corona that, corona everywhere. So I am going to get us started with the latest news on corona in Kenya. And I will begin with the COG chairman of governors, who goes by the name Wycliffe Oparanya, who is also the governor of Kakamega, said that counties are ill-equipped to fight the pandemic that is going on. Yes, in a press conference that was held yesterday, Oparanya said county laboratory personnel have been trained but not equipped to collect specimen. This in itself is a great risk for the country should the disease spread rapidly in many counties at the same time, said Oparanya, adding that the longer turnaround time for sample collection and testing will not help prompt response. He also went ahead to say that all mortuaries should be closed.
Wow.
Yeah. All mortuaries should be closed for the next 30 days. And he said everyone needs to go and collect their people as fast and as quick as possible. And he said that he doesn't care if it's 10 people in the mortuary or 1,000 people in the mortuary. He wants it emptied out. Yeah, so that is the current case. Okay. But in other stories, still corona related, we do have a case of mob justice, which I actually found quite sad. There's a guy who was beaten, mob justice, because apparently he had coronavirus but did not want to go and was it get tested? Oh yeah, the one who escaped from
Bagadi.
Yeah, yes, Bagadi. Guys were, but it's not the same case. But once guys heard that there's someone who has escaped from Bagadi, there's another one who was now mob justiced for walking around knowing that he has corona, which is very dangerous, guys. Like, you're exposing yourself to the potentially catching the disease because you want to beat someone up for having the disease. So there's a lot of madness going on with this corona stuff.
This is the panic
all
over the place, which is really sad because when you're calm, you think better.
Yeah.
But before when you're panicky, then you want to do everything and you don't want to be rational. You're just tumchape tumuue. Alafu?
Yeah.
Then it's so sad. But I feel like, as in, just be human enough to understand, like, if you have this disease, okay, it's not this, if you catch the virus, si kupenda kwako, na hakuna mtu yote anatakia mtu mwingine apatwe na hii virus. You get what I'm saying? So if you feel like symptoms, venye mnaambiwa kuna namba ilipatiana, I think it's 719, you call the number, then they'll tell you what to do, and kama ni kukuja watakusaidia venye utatoka kwako wapeleke, kama ni quarantine ama whatever the procedure they take, just call that number. There's no point of you feeling like, you know what, siwezi enda peke yangu, cause actually there are survival cases. So atisia tukipata nile, like, you know what, is a done deed, is a wrap, I'm out. It's not about that. You can get it, and actually you can recover from it. And I think I was watching something and they were saying when you get it, tanza kidogo niko kona homa, kona fever and all that, then it reduce, like, it's like you're getting better. Then all of a sudden it comes back worse now, like it can come as a pneumonia ama kidogo tadhani ni flu, but literally you'll start like having now all the symptoms. So once you feel like that, just call the authorities, take the necessary precautions. Hakuna haja infect watu wengine just because you are malicious and you just want it to go with people. There's nothing like that. You can get better, so stop having a lot of stupid assumptions zenye aziko. Have the facts and follow what is there.
Yeah, but also speaking of being tested, patients in Eldoret were stranded outside the hospital because doctors do not want to attend to them because they fear that they might catch the virus, and they are not well equipped. So there was a long line outside a hospital in Eldoret, and a man by the name Ismail Alayabei, the Kenyan medical practitioners pharmacist, was saying, we are very cautious because there is no way of knowing who is carrying the virus, and we are not prepared to deal with it. Yes.
Oh,
that's so like really sad to say that, because I mean there are ways. I went to hospital, of course.
Yes.
So the first thing, nilileta tu nimeingia, nikaambia madam, outside. Toka nje. So ukitoka nje, they use the thermal guns to just test your fever first, because it's a clear indicator. If your fever is over the top, then now there's worry. Now you are a person of interest.
Yeah.
But they don't
Normally.
even have that.
In these
that's
hospitals
the
outside of
problem.
Nairobi
my
County,
God,
they have
because now
nothing.
you have to deal with the
Yep.
other one for
Yeah.
Yep, they have none
which
of
is
that.
contact.
Yep.
Wow.
But I don't know. I do feel for these doctors because at the end of the day, that's why I was saying like I don't think Kenya tuko fully yani
Equipped.
kumaintain hii kitu it's gonna be very hard. That's why heri kila mtu afanye kitu yenye anaweza kudo as an individual. But I feel for these doctors because honestly, if we don't even have the masks,
Yep.
we do not have the necessary
The
equipment to
thermal
contain
guns.
this thing.
Yeah.
Why would
Hata me, I
that-
can't sacrifice myself in the name of the work that I do. As in, I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying? Like, hiyo ni ile from a human level, then you wanafikiria, unaona?
Yeah.
But if the government can do something to make sure these people
At
have the
least
necessary
the
equipment,
doctors.
I'm very sure they won't be running away from patients. Because imagine hakuna daktari.
Yeah.
Inamaanisha hiyo kitu
Kwanza
itatoka from
mmepanga
patient
laini,
A to
social
B
distancing
evil.
to the dogs.
Exactly.
But also this story of burning bodies in morgues, as in, I don't understand why.
Yeah.
But
But I don't know.
the bodies are
Anyhow,
already there.
Yeah. I think it's also about maybe what did you want to
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
like the people who work in morgues, they cannot be there. Why?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, maybe it's different in other
'Cause
parts
it's
of the
not
country.
it's not
What
the
is
first-
happening with
it's
the...
not the first country. Even China asked for permission to burn the bodies.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's part of what
Maybe that's
inasaidia
how
kuspread,
it's-
you get.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. Na kama ni hivyo, like I think people should just consider. Mnataka generation mzima tuishe si sote ama we do just what needs to be done. And considering these people already like, you know, si poa, lakini I think at some point I think we just have to like let some things go.
Yeah, so Nana, tell us what is happening in the rest of Africa.
Well, Rwanda has suspended all arriving and departing commercial passenger flights for 30 days beginning midnight on Friday in a bid to curb the corona infections in the country. So that suspension actually affects the national carrier, which is Rwanda Air, but it will not affect emergency and cargo flights. So they arrived at the decision after Rwanda confirmed an additional 3 corona cases on Wednesday. Lafu Kenya's budget airline, I'll not mention it, suspended all its scheduled flights to and from Kigali and Entebbe, citing a sharp decline in the number of travelers. Really, just that. That's the reason. Anyway, also Kenya's national carrier has also suspended flights to some corona-hit countries as well. Wow. So, yes, Africa aviation industry is expected to experience, of course, significant losses due to the restrictions on air travel. So that's what is really happening in Africa.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm thinking Kenya, you're cancelling flights because you don't have customers. Is that like
That's the
sole
reason.
I don't
why
think
you're
that's
doing
the
that?
reason.
I don't think it's the sole reason,
That we
though.
should talk about the PR person who's handling that.
Honestly,
actually,
yeah.
I was like,
What?
Like, there are better ways to, like...
and it
Yeah.
was so weird because me was okay. What I had was, is it the said airline cannot afford. I'm not mentioning msikatani pande ndege tukisharudi fiti.
Yeah.
So apparently they can't afford to not be in business.
Yeah.
Cause like it will be hard for them to come back from it. So I was like, okay. So tuendelee kuspread tu nini.
Yeah.
Tukiendeleaga.
That, I think
Like,
when we get to my story, then you'll understand why probably we are going through all this. Not understand, but get a perspective of what is happening in the rest of the world.
But aviation industry already had was already hit.
Yeah.
Even was making losses
Yeah,
even before
already,
this.
yeah.
So you can imagine now this pandemic
Yes.
now coming
Yes,
into
yes,
play.
Na of
It's
course
really-
hata hizi vitu zilifika huku through to the same means of transport.
Yeah.
See ati they were walking on Indian Ocean to come here.
Nope.
They were flying
Indian
over
Ocean.
and above. And I really hope like I really wish, not even hope. Hii kitu unaona yote yenye ilitokea tu hivi. Because right now in China like they have been able to like reduce the death cases and the spread of the virus.
Yes, they
Because
have
like
been
they
able to
took like
contain.
the immediate precautions. You know what, everything is under lockdown, but as you're still here perambulating, it is okay to do whatever deeds. But anywho,
There are actually
like,
no new cases of
Exactly.
corona in China as of today.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
They've been
Like
able
they've
to
contained
like,
it.
yeah,
They've
Yes.
to contain it. Yeah.
they've contained
but
it.
anyway, you know what they say. Kwa every crisis, there's someone who's there who's very smart to seize the opportunity. It can either be in a positive way or a negative way. But anywho, I'm talking about the positive side of it. You know, the positive side of it. So there's a certain Nigerian man. He calls himself Swagziz.
Way.
Okay, hapa ni watu wa Twitter, watu wa
Watu wa
Twitter.
Twitter.
So this is what he did. He took a metal drum, easy drums, a kawaida to drum, and then he just like changed it up and installed a sink to like for guys to be able to use it to wash their hands as they go somewhere. As you can see, that was the before picture and the after picture.
Oh, that's so
And so
creative.
apparently there's some guys who saw what this guy did and they're like it's an interest-free financial institution that actually volunteered to help Swagsies. They're yet to I'm yet to know his real name to help to help him with the funds. So also amesema come in, we'll give you the funds you need to get this going and make more of these things. And the first time he just posted it out on Twitter and he didn't say it's the one who did this, but everyone now went tweeting and saying, oh, this is creative, this is what they were SOing him and all that and appreciating what he's done, and it just went viral. Then now we know that it's him. Handle like a tuni Swagsies.
That's actually really
Yeah.
genius.
Really cool.
Yeah.
DIY.
DIY.
I'm
And
telling
thinking
you.
about other people as well.
Exactly.
We just need watu kadhaa kwa dunia.
Kama
Hivyo,
hao, yeah.
And using bare minimum. That's just mtungi.
It's a, yeah.
And you
Na
just
problem
put
ilikuwa
it
imetupwa.
down.
Ilikuwa
Na
ina
ilikuwa
rust.
imetupwa, ina rust too. That was
Yeah.
very creative.
Yeah, it's really creative.
Yeah.
But I also think lazima tu nitaja hawa say. Watu wanaongeza vitu bei. Kwanza
Shame on
chakula,
you.
tissue,
Shame on
sanitizers.
you.
Shame on you.
Shame on
May
you, bruv.
okay, sisemi kupata
But I think
lakini
it's really bad
may
at-
kama happen to you.
It's
Why are you
true.
rising things as in the
Zimepanda
prices?
tu, we are suffering.
Yeah.
We are suffering at the
Already.
moment. Like you can't even find your kidogo yenye
telling
iko.
you.
Na ukipata, you can't afford it. It's not affordable for everybody. Now I'm just gonna slide in my next story
Yeah.
with this. The European Central Bank. Now I'm gonna take you to the rest of the world. In Europe, the European Central Bank has launched an emergency fund of, wait for it, 750 billion euros. And this is to support Europe, countries that are taken care of with the euro. So this came in after wameingililiwa kidogo because the US federal banks had reduced their interest rates to almost zero.
Wow.
So they were like, what is Europe doing? What are you guys, why isn't the bank, the big bank taking care of us? So they've gone out to say that they've put about that amount of money on the side. That's around 820 billion US dollars on the side for emergencies to support the economy, to calm the markets because everything has been going crazy on that side. So wako na fans. Wagwan, tuko sawa? Okay. So Trump, on the other hand, had been under criticism because people were saying he's not taking this pandemic very seriously. But then again, he came out to say, you know what, guys, this is a war. And it is so hard because we are fighting an invisible enemy. So he went out to say, we're going to be doing different things to just make sure that the Mwananchi is taken care of. So I'm just going to take you through that really quick. So, he said if things get really worse, he's going to be signing the 1950 Defense Production Act. Now, what this act does, it's for emergencies, where he calls out to private production companies to help meet the company's need at a time of crisis. So they will go out of their way to just make sure that the country is taken care of by asking citizens, civilians, to come in to help in the production of all of that. That is in the worst case scenario. Second thing, he is getting 2 US Navy hospitals. Now, these are hospitals in a ship, huge ships, to help in kama tuna vitanda kwa hospitali on land.
Wow.
Sijui kama Kenya mnajiona mahali. Anywho, he's also brought down, there's a crackdown on all the borders, making sure that hakuna immigrants, people who are seeking asylum to come into the country, ataki watu waingie. So there's no wall, but hey. Also, there's a free virus testing. Yeah. This has been, this is actually ongoing. There's a free virus testing going on. They've also claimed that they will be paying for the sick families and medical leave for workers. If your company has like 500 workers and below, they're going to be getting paid leave, medical leave. Wow. And there's also plans to give $1,000 to the citizens just to make sure the economy pesa ina rotates.
Wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but things are being done, and it's crazy. They are also suffering from a shortage of masks. So the medics there have told people to use bandanas and masks if you're taking care of somebody who's sick. To just akuna mask US ziko kuna shortage. Wow. I think I've covered almost everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Please, I'm sorry guys. I know we're supposed to get into the other one, but now mortgages and stuff. So they've stopped evictions for the next 60 days. Repossessing of homes, evictions, foreclosures for the next 60 days. That's not going to be happening.
Wow.
Hey.
So yeah.
I mean, life sounds good for them,
I
but
know, you're like problems of being a third world country.
I know.
speaking
like,
of life,
yeah.
it is about time
I know.
for Life Spot.
Didn't I drag it out?
All right, so today's Life Spot, story ni corona. So pia sisi hapa we are worried about how Kenyans are handling corona. So our Life Spot today is how are Kenyans handling the coronavirus pandemic?
Wanaenda ushago.
Yeah, but then that's so weird. Why? Like, you're taking that virus there if you do that.
I think they don't know that. They think they
have
are
to know
safe.
that.
No, they think they are safe. They think because they don't have the symptoms, then they are not sick. So wacha waende wakajificha until these city dwellers wapone.
Wapone ama wanini wote.
Yeah.
But it's so sad. As in, literally, I think we know, like, symptoms zake kitu tushaambiwa zinakuja in like 2 weeks. I think like
14 days.
Like, 2 weeks. So before when ocha mtu wangu relax 2 weeeks alafu quarantine kwanza. Lakini kama unapiga hizi round unaparangulate Nairobi ama kwenye huko tu, as in uwezi kwa show unaweza sema leo ndio 14 the 14th day acha niende na jana ama juzi ulienda kuparangulate maybe uliokotea huko hivyo ni venye bado hajaanza kujionyesha baki huko nyumbani until everything is okay.
Yeah, but I'm also seeing guys, hawkers are like opportunists. I'm seeing guys selling these masks like everywhere in town. Like even like if you're in traffic, hawkers now have those masks. Like,
and they're not the right ones.
I don't even know if they're the right ones or not, but guys are buying them.
Yeah.
It's true,
They're
but I have to
not.
comment some of the things that the companies are doing locally is that we have friends that we know that are working from home, which is a big deal. As then you come to shower anywhere to go work at home, and it actually happens. But for the companies that are doing that for their people and allowing them to work from home, big up.
Others are even giving them laptops. Like,
you go work at
just
home.
go and work from home.
Yeah.
Imagine.
There are also some establishments that are like spraying their premises with like disinfectants and
Like
if you,
switch,
and if you and if you walk in yourself, you're sprayed. I don't know what it is. Me, I was sprayed when I went to a certain agency, so I hope this idea. But they're actually spraying you as you walk in.
Yeah.
You go into the premises and then when you
Then they're
sanitize.
protecting their place as well. They're protecting their space.
Yeah.
And it's not everybody. So just spray umetoka hapo. You come here, we hug. But I realized we didn't hug, guys.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't. We didn't. Like,
Leo ulikuwa na
it's like,
namaste.
hey, what's up, guys? You're good. That was up.
Yeah. But I also, Kenyans na corona, but Kenyans are just Kenyans. Kenyans watenda bado kwa crowds, like I think that is what is happening. Hata ukifika CBD sahi utajionea tu crowds za watu. Kenyans are still out there doing their normal day to day, like, businesses and all that. So I don't know, as in Kenyans, we're those people, but tunawapenda sana, but just try to take the necessary precautions when it comes to this. It's very serious, by the way. It's taking lives and anyone can get it. Like literally, si ugonjwa ya masonko, si ugonjwa ya maskini, ni ugonjwa ya kila msee. So tapakari ya facts na factfulness, whatever. But we are going to take a break. Our guest is already in studio. See you in a bit.